Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're taking you on a North Pole adventure, and a little bit later we're discussing Oklahoma's takeover of the entertainment industry. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
Okay, so I've been really consistent with
what?
With videos. Having little videos, little vignettes of things to do, being kind of the man on the street reporter.
Your Facebook videos. I was really confused for a second.
Right. So I told you the other night, hey, we're going to go look at a couple Christmas light displays, videos to come. So we go to the Midwest city. It's a really neat little drive-through display. You actually pass, you know where Century Martial Arts is. It's
I know
based right there. You drive right by, kind of cut through their parking lot almost to get to it. The minute we get there, Mason cries bloody murder the entire time. He's asleep until we get there. He cries the entire time. I literally I could give you the video I have, and it was about 2 seconds long. He cried the entire time, and you know when he stopped crying? I kid you not.
When you got out?
When we got out. He fell asleep before we got to the traffic light, and he was asleep all the way home. We were going to go to Midwest City, and we were also going to Mitch Park in Edmond. We didn't get to do either one. We did one, but it was one and done. So I do apologize for not having another Festivus video. But I think something that we could both agree would be a major adventure, even for kids my age, the North Pole Adventure.
So North Pole Adventure is an interactive Christmas. It's basically an interactive life-size replica of the North Pole.
Right.
Right here in Oklahoma City.
How big is this thing?
25,000 square feet.
That's a lot of North Pole goodness.
Yes, and I'm going to say, if you have young kids, this is an absolute must, and time is running out.
You know, they do this. Now that I have kids, I notice things that are kind of kid-centric, but if I'm not mistaken, they've done this before, and it's almost like Spirit Halloween does, where it moves into the old, Anthony's or TGNY, where it's almost kind of like a North Pole pop-up shop, more or less.
I kind of think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here, and when it's all said and done, and we get to the price,
it's a lot. There's a lot to unpack for the price,
for sure. So at the North Pole Welcome Center, you're going to learn all about the North Pole and Santa, and you'll get some goodies right off the bat.
Right. So if you've ever wondered where your letters are going, and probably where you could probably drop off a letter, Santa's post office, right there.
They have Santa's post office where you can see all of the action happening. The elves, I guess, sorting the letters, that sort of thing. But you can actually put in a last-minute letter to Santa right there on the spot, which I think a lot of kids would love that.
And as an adult, what I hope for with the post office, the regular post office, is I stop getting mail for somebody that hasn't lived at the house that I live at for at least the last 5 years. So I always worried about putting my Santa mail in the regular mail. If I can take it right to... I don't want my letter to go somewhere else. I don't want my Santa letter to go to my neighbor. This is the best way to do it.
I really think that as much money as we throw at the U.S. Postal Service,
they get it right.
No,
every now and again.
I think they should write back to every kid.
Every kid. If I get a return to sender Santa letter,
that postman needs to be burned. Yeah, that would be horrible.
Pissed.
So they also have the Elf Clubhouse / Bunkhouse, where you can see how the elves live the other 364 days a year. Okay,
so you say bunkhouse. When I think of bunkhouse, I think of Yellowstone, and I know what happens at the Yellowstone Ranch bunkhouse. There's probably some wild shenanigans, some poker games probably happening, some, I don't know, some...
I would hope so.
Burlesque.
They're probably watching... Oh my God. They're probably watching Elf on repeat.
And I'm sorry for that. I really am. It's the worst Christmas movie ever.
I think you're probably going to get beat up.
It's fine. Beat me to death. I hate it. It's the worst movie ever. So I hope they're not doing that. Oh, maybe they're watching TED Talks. Anything but the Elf movies.
TED Talks. New this year, they have a room specifically set aside for the Grinch.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure what goes on there, but I am concerned about the Grinch interacting directly with the children.
But my question is it before the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes bigger, or is he the grumpy Grinch, or has he sought the error of his ways Grinch? Which one do we get here?
I think you're probably dealing with
a Gemini. He's a Gemini. You never know what you're going to get with him.
Agreed. Some of the highlights for the North Pole adventure.
Yeah.
You actually get to see Santa's shop, where Santa and the elves make all the toys, and every child gets to make their own special toy with the help of an elf that they get to take home with them.
Ooh, that would be fun for children. That would be fun for children. For children.
It kills me. You've got a 1.5-year-old, and a 4-month-old, and you're probably gonna have to figure out a way
to not take them.
I'm just wondering how you're going to, because they don't care.
They don't
Literally,
care right
they hate Santa Claus at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I saw the photos. Your children do not like Santa Claus.
Well, Mason was indifferent. He's like, well, I don't know what he's doing, but I'm eating my hand. And Carson looked like he was, I don't know, it was a hostage situation. And Santa's like a sociopath. He didn't care about either one. That was the look on his face. He was just like, yep, next. Snap the picture.
Oh my God. That picture where Mason's sitting in Santa's lap reminded me of the point in the movie where Buddy from the movie Elf is sitting in his dad's lap, and he's like 10 times the size of his dad. Yeah. Your son is huge.
Huge. He is a force of nature.
But again, this whole event is for
the kids.
The kids.
Right.
Not the brats.
All right. We'll find out about that when I show up by myself.
If you want, though, you can enroll at Elf University, where you can audit an elf class and learn some of the secrets of the trade. It's a classroom setting.
What do you get an associate's in stocking stuffing? I don't know.
The elves will help you with crafts, and you literally, the kids can fill out an application for an elfing career.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck, guys. There's a lot of hiring signs out there. Stand in line. The line it can wrap around the world. Don't get your hopes up about getting your application. I want to know what the requirements is. I want to see what the application says.
What the prerequisites are?
Right. I have a lot of I do applications. I don't have a ton of friends, so I have a lot of personal references that I don't know if they've changed their phone number yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what the prerequisites are. I might be overqualified.
I don't think so. So in Mrs. Claus Kitchen, you can see where Mrs. Claus prepares dinner for Santa and the elves and the reindeer. Again, they have a lot of neat little touches at this whole thing.
Yeah.
Everybody actually gets cookie and milk or a hot cocoa.
Really?
From Mrs. Claus's kitchen.
Is it plant-based? Do they have almond milk? They'll probably throw me out. They'll probably give me reindeer food is probably what I'll get. I know you struggle with it.
And then, obviously, no trip to the North Pole is complete without actually visiting Santa's house.
Yeah.
And Santa's house is pretty legit. I mean, I think this might be on one of those, like,
Cribs?
MTV Cribs episodes. Yeah. He has a 19-foot Christmas train. Which apparently is great for family photos.
Yeah.
He is there to meet and greet every child. The big man.
Oh, the old fat man? The big man? The big guy?
Which I think is cool. I mean, every kid gets to meet Santa. As much as kids have missed out from that sort of thing with COVID of late, I think being able to high-five Santa or whatever, I think it needs to happen.
It's been a couple years ago, on a serious note, and I was downtown around Automobile Alley. And they had a Santa, you could take pictures, but Santa was inside of a globe. Yeah, I'm just glad we're getting
Santa was a bubble boy?
Santa was a bubble boy.
That's horrible.
I'm just glad we're getting back to normal, where we can have pictures with Santa and it's not a socially distant, arm's length away, and it just, the magic seems to be back a little bit.
A little bit. And I think this is one of those things where you can really double down on the whole Christmas magic thing. They have Santa's sleigh.
Oh, cool.
Which is a 400-year-old sleigh.
Jeez. That's an old sleigh.
It's a classic.
But
apparently that's there for family photos as well.
That's a long time to sleigh.
And then another thing that I think that you are probably going to have problems not going to this in the next few days.
Why?
They have a reindeer barn.
What don't they have?
They have actual live reindeer.
Really?
Dasher and Blitzen are there until Christmas Eve. I don't know why they're not at the reindeer games. I think those are going on right now.
Yeah.
Maybe they got caught juicing carrots or something.
Yeah.
But
one of them's got a carrot stuck in its hind quarter. It'd be funny.
But every child gets to take a small bottle, and I think this is another thing where they really thought this out.
Yeah.
They get to take a small bottle of reindeer feed home with them to leave out on Christmas Eve so that the reindeer have a Christmas night road trip snack like Santa does.
And it's got that magic stuff in there that makes them fly, whatever that is.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did
it's
you
like,
check
the
ingredients?
I did, to make sure that they were plant-based. But really, honestly, at the end of the day, as much as I love Christmas is, there's a magic to Christmas that it looks like they just really harness that.
Yeah, for sure. And I really think I like the little touches that they have.
Mm-hmm.
For starters, everybody that goes gets a free professional photo with Santa. And then shortly after Christmas Day, everybody that attends gets a letter in the mail from Santa Claus.
That's really cool.
I've never heard of a business thinking about that in that way, where it's like, hey, just a little cherry on top.
Yeah. And I've never heard of Santa sending a letter back. An actual letter. Maybe I can't even get I look at my phone and it says
email.
red. Well, I get a red receipt that shows he's looked at it, but I'm like, you're not going to reply, or you know what I mean?
You get the ... for a second and then it went away.
And then I text back and I'm like, we good? Nothing. Is it something I said? Because I'm needy, but no, that's so for all of this, $18.
$18 per kid.
Per kid.
The first adult is free.
Uh-huh.
And every other adult costs $6.
So I figured out how to do this.
Okay.
We go in separately. It's kind of like when I used to go to the grocery store, my grandma would take me with her when it said limit 3 per customer, and we'd get 6 of the 3-liter tabs. I would pay for 3, she would pay for 3.
So we're going to split up your kids, is what you're saying.
You get this one.
Okay.
And I'll get this one. And then I'll get in free and you'll get in free. Right?
Yes.
Because technically, you get one parent free, one kid's $18, and it's $6 for each additional parent, right?
Right.
Or adult.
Right.
I've got this thing I've already got this thing figured out. Or not take the kids at all. They're not ready for this.
Then you get in for free and I pay $6?
Yes.
I don't think it works like that.
It doesn't work like that?
I think you probably have to actually bring a kid.
There's not a man-child rate?
I think that they would probably kick us out if we showed up without kids.
Probably.
And they probably should.
I bet there wouldn't be near as many perks to just being the adult. They're like, you're not getting a cookie.
You don't get to fill out an application for Elf University.
Right.
You're too old.
You're too old. You look like Santa Claus. But great price, and I think it's located...
It's 2215 West I-240 in Oklahoma City, which is by the Hobby Lobby.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's right. Yeah, it's where the old Uptown Thrift used to be.
Yes.
Yep, that's where it is. Okay.
You can buy your tickets online or by phone. We'll have all the links in the show notes for that. Now, just to let you know, fair warning, they're open until 7 o'clock p.m. all week long, up until Christmas Eve, which... on Christmas Eve, they close at 6 p.m., I guess because Santa's got a busy night ahead of him and he's got to cut out early.
He's got, even as magical as he is, he still has to try to beat the air traffic. Well, coming up next, we're going to talk about the magic of filmmaking right here in the great state of Oklahoma.
So recently, I made a purchase of some custom Christmas clothing.
This is a real thing.
A real thing. I bought some stuff for the kids for Christmas, and I had to search
high and low
to find something because they have very specific tastes.
Yeah, kids are hard to buy for. Hell, adults can be hard to buy for.
Finally, I had to buckle down, though, and go with a custom design.
Yeah.
And a place where you can go for custom designs for clothing would be Master Thread.
For as long as I can remember, Master Threads has been coming up with your custom designs, your custom upholsteries, your custom fanny packs.
Custom fanny packs? They can embroider or
Anything.
screen print onto any surface.
Absolutely anything.
So if you need a blanket,
right, or a Snuggie,
that has Voldemort on it because your teenage daughter is in love with the wrong side of the Harry Potter movies,
right,
then you can definitely reach out to Master Threads.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you a free quote.
Mm-hmm.
You can call them at 405-673-3787.
Or find them on the web at masterthreads.us. So every now and again, Fox gets it right. And this time it's Fox Business.
Yes, we have a story out of Fox Business by Lucas Manfredi.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma taking on Hollywood with stepped-up financial incentives for film, TV productions.
It's super, you hear it all the time when people talk about making films here. They're honest. It's cheap. And the thing about Oklahoma, the landscape is so diverse. Aside from palm trees, you've got just about every geographical backdrop that you need. It's not just about Westerns. Absolutely
not. And there have been some recent productions that are probably at the top of everybody's mind right now. FX's Reservation Dogs.
It's a great show. Great show. Up for 3 or 4 Golden Globe Awards. Yeah.
Their second season is starting to filming right now in Oklahoma. And then, obviously, Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. They put a lot of money into this state. Because I was watching, I follow a couple of local, not local, but in the Tulsa area, museums like the Outsider Museum. Our show is about tourism. Hollywood's putting a lot of money, not just in production, but in infrastructure. Going to museums and the food and the catering and the hotels and hell, even housing. Some of them rented houses while they were here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's a good deal all the way around.
Absolutely. And the Oklahoma Film Enhancement Rebate Program is a big part of this.
Yeah.
It was created under the Film in Oklahoma Act of 2020, signed into law by Governor Stitt on May 24th, and officially took effect in July. But it offers a rebate of up to 38% for projects filmed in the state.
That is a huge chunk of change, depending on, what their budget is.
Right. It starts with a 20% cash back, but then there are additional incentives, whether it's from using a small municipality or doing a multi-film deal.
Right.
So there are some, you can get all the way up to 38% back, which is awesome for these companies. And then they're offering 25% back for projects that are filmed outside of Oklahoma, but they want to do their post-production work in Oklahoma.
There's been I can't name them all, but there are a list of even, we talk Scorsese, but there is a list of Oklahoma filmmakers that have been making headway and making major splashes in Hollywood for a lot longer than the more recent news about this. I just think it's a great opportunity for Oklahoma because, we've talked about it before. Oklahoma's kind of been referred to as like a flyover state, and it's you stay the night and then you're out of here kind of situation.
Right.
And I feel like we're
changing that game.
Right. We're establishing ourselves.
Absolutely. The Oklahoma Film and Music Office estimates that Oklahoma, or this incentive program in 2021, is going to contribute $161 million to the economy from 33 different film and television productions, and has added 10,000 jobs in the state.
Right, and when we were talking earlier before the show that we both read the article about Zachary Levi, who, I mean, more notably was Shazam.
Right.
And still is Shazam, has done a couple of small independent films that were filmed primarily in Oklahoma, and he's actually said he's moving here.
Yeah, he likes it so much that
he liked it so much that he's moving to the Tulsa area. So big things happening in the realm of entertainment right here in our backyard. And I hate to, that's so cliche, but it literally is happening as we speak.
Absolutely.
So,
and speaking of the entertainment industry,
yes.
If you have not subscribed to the #1 entertainment /
/
tourism show in the state of Oklahoma, please do so, and all of our future shows will show up in your feed like Christmas magic.
Because there can only be one, no more, no less, the Only in OK Show. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. Because you're tickled.
I don't know. Literally, I just said attraction, and then I was like,
saw an IMAX. Dude, they played the Top Gun trailer, Maverick, in the IMAX.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I cried a little bit. I went from introducing Steely Dan at the top of the hour to this.
I was at Walmart 20 minutes ago.
You know what it's telling? You said, Ed Walmart. Go ahead.
Ed Walmart, yeah. I was at Walmart, and I swear to God, I thought you were on the intercom. They were playing...
Oh, they have a radio station there.
I don't know if it's a radio station or if it's just, like...
They do have a Walmart radio thing, though.
It sounded just like you. I was like...
I'd like to get... that's a pretty cushy gig. I wish more stores did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have people that call in. It's primarily, like, store associates that call in, or they, do, like, their... the contest of da-da-da-da-da. We've got Brett from store 2020 in Baton Rouge, Alabama. I know Baton Rouge is in Louisiana. Okay.
Baton Rouge, New England.
From Miami, Oklahoma. At that point, you're done. You're going to be in Santa's drunk tank. That's where we're going to take you. Why is there a middle-aged man cutting the kids in line at Santa's workshop? Sorry your cat died. Let me tell you what happened. Yeah, I'll take a water. Christmas spirit coming. Christmas is coming. Is it me? Or is time going light speed? Like Christmas is boom.
This year has
been an absolute blur.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I know I've been busy. I know we've all been busy. But you remember when we were kids? Christmas was like, is it ever going to get here?
Not only that, but you remember when we were kids, Christmas break
was a month.
Was like its own season.
Oh, yeah. It was like being on in between semesters at college or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was snow on Christmas break. You stayed outside.
I don't remember snow on Christmas break. I think you're full of shit.
I remember it.
I remember it from when I was a child and lived north.
I remember wearing tube socks for gloves.
In February.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? There's a lot of pressure. You know how much pressure it takes to make a diamond? Less than the pressure you're trying to apply on me to start the show.
Yes, less.
Okay. All right. 3, 2. You done hitting the mic?
I didn't actually hit the mic. I hit the table.
3, 2, 1. I'm Brett. I'm doing it again because it sounded like a question. 3, 2, 1.
It always sounds like a question.